Once fully processed, capped, intron-free and polyadenylated mRNA is transported out of the nucleus and into the cytoplasm. It is translated to give us protein product. So ये जो ट्रांसफर है यही एनफ है ट्रांसलेशन स्टार्ट करने के लिए. Movement from the nucleus to the cytoplasm is not a passive process. Indeed, it must be carefully regulated. The fully processed mRNA represents only a small proportion of the RNA found in the nucleus. So, ये जो हम कहते हैं न्यूक्लियस में mRNA बन गया और बाहर आ गया, ये इतना इजी नहीं है, बल्कि ये बहुत ज़्यादा रेगुलेटेड होता है. और ये जो mRNA है ये तो वैसे ही ओवरऑल बहुत थोड़ा होता है, तो इसको कंट्रोल करना कि कौन सा mRNA जो है वो न्यूक्लियस से बाहर जाएगा और कौन सा जो नहीं जाएगा, ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. सो हियर यू कैन सी दिस इज स्टार्ट ऑफ ट्रांसक्रिप्शन and here the mRNA is synthesized, and this is the next step, which is mRNA splicing, and then this step is polyadenylation, the addition of poly A, and then it is exported out. So here you can see these colored things, and these are actually different factors, different proteins which add in the export or transport of this mRNA. So once it is exported out, then it goes to translation after shedding some of these factors, and these shedded factors are then again shuttled in the nucleus for next processing. So in this way the fully edited mRNA is transported out. Many of the other RNAs would be detrimental to the cell if they are exported out of the nucleus. These include, for example, damaged or misprocessed RNAs and liberated introns. So these जो हैं, ये जो हैं misprocessed और जो intron remove हुए हैं, ये न्यूक्लियस से बाहर कभी भी ट्रांसपोर्ट नहीं किए जाएंगे. Then how are RNA selection and transport achieved? From the moment an RNA molecule starts to be transcribed, it becomes associated with proteins of various sorts. Initially, proteins involved in capping, then those proteins or factors which are involved in splicing, and finally the proteins that mediate polyadenylation. Some of these proteins are replaced at various steps along the processing path, but others, including some SR proteins, are not. They remain attached, and moreover, additional proteins also join these factors or proteins, and they also become attached to this mRNA. As a result, a typically mature mRNA carries a collection of proteins that identifies it as being mRNA destined for transport. Other RNAs only lack the particular signature collection required for transport, but have their own alternative set of proteins that actively block their export. So यहाँ डबल चेक है. एक तो वो आरएनएस जो एक्सपोर्ट नहीं होने, उनके ऊपर ये पार्टिकुलर कलेक्शन ऑफ प्रोटीन्स नहीं है. अगर उनके पास ये प्रोटीन्स नहीं है तो वो एक्सपोर्ट नहीं होंगे. सेकेंडली, उनके पास कुछ एडिशनल प्रोटीन्स हैं उनके ऊपर लगी हुई जो उनकी बाहर एक्सपोर्ट को ब्लॉक करेंगे. सो इस तरह से डबल चेक है कि किसी भी सूरत में ये जो अनवांटेड प्रोटीन्स हैं, ये जो मिस प्रोसेस्ड प्रोटीन्स या ये जो आरएनएज हैं, ये बाहर एक्सपोर्ट ना हो, बल्कि इनको न्यूक्लियस में ही रिटेन किया जाए. Thus, for example, excised introns will often carry hnRNPs, and these probably mark such an RNA for nuclear retention and destruction. तो ये न्यूक्लियस में रिटेन किए जाएंगे और फिर डिस्ट्रॉय किए जाएंगे. Mature mRNAs carry residual SR proteins and even another group of proteins that bind specifically to axon-axon junctions. So ये जो axon-axon junctions हैं ये सिर्फ उन mRNAs में ही पाए जाएंगे जो कि प्रोसेस हो चुके हैं, तो इसलिए ये प्रोटीन्स वहां पे बाइंड करती हैं. The mRNAs do also contain some hnRNPs, but fewer than are typically bound to introns and in a different context as well. This emphasizes the fact that it is the set of proteins, not any individual kind of protein, that marks RNAs for either export or retention in the nucleus. तो ये कोई एक प्रोटीन डिसाइड नहीं करेगी कि इस mRNA ने बाहर जाना है या अंदर रहना है, बल्कि ये कलेक्शन ऑफ प्रोटीन्स हैं जो डिसाइड करेगा कि इस mRNA ने बाहर जाना है या न्यूक्लियस में रिटेन करना है. Max Burnstrill and colleagues in 1991 demonstrated that transcripts of a bacterial neomycin gene transplanted into monkey COS1 cells remained in the nucleus. They reasoned that the lack of a polyadenylation signal in the bacterial gene would have left the transcripts without a mature 3' end, and that might be the reason for defective transport to the cytoplasm. To test this hypothesis, they provided the neomycin gene with the strong polyadenylation signal from a mammalian beta-globin genes. This allowed for polyadenylation of the neomycin transcripts, which were then efficiently transported out of the nucleus into the cytoplasm. So, ये जो polyadenylation ज़रूरी थी, इसके ना होने की वजह से mRNA जो है वो बाहर नहीं ट्रांसपोर्ट हो रहा था. This export takes place through a special structure in the nuclear membrane called the nuclear pore complex. Small molecules, those under about 50 kilodaltons, can pass through these pores unaided, but larger molecules and complexes, including mRNAs and their associated proteins, require active transport. Some of the proteins associated with the RNA carry nuclear export signals that are recognized by export receptors that guide the RNA out through the pore. Once in the cytoplasm, the proteins are discarded and are then recognized for import back into the nucleus, where they associate with another mRNA and repeat the cycle.